Today's headlines are packed with critical updates, but one story stands out as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life. Gaza's children are on the brink of starvation, and the world is watching. But here's where it gets even more alarming. Emergency treatments are dwindling, leaving these innocent lives hanging by a thread. This isn't just a distant tragedy. It's a humanitarian crisis that demands our attention. And this is the part most people miss. While global aid efforts face severe restrictions, the clock is ticking for thousands of children whose futures are at stake. Key highlights of the day. 1. Childcare safety in focus. Australia is taking a bold step with a $189 million federal initiative to trial CCTV cameras in up to 300 childcare centres starting October or November. This move aims to enhance child safety, but it's not without controversy. Privacy concerns and the potential for misuse by predators have sparked debates. Shadow Minister Jonathan Dunniam is pushing for mandatory CCTV nationwide, arguing that no cost is too high to protect children. But is this the right balance between safety and privacy? What do you think? 2. Crypto under scrutiny. AUSTRAC, Australia's anti-money laundering watchdog, has ordered Binance Australia to undergo an external audit after uncovering serious concerns about its anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing controls. This comes as no surprise to some, given the opaque nature of crypto exchanges. Is this the beginning of stricter regulations for the crypto industry, or just a one-off crackdown? 3. Gaza's hunger crisis. The situation in Gaza is reaching a tipping point. Aid agencies, malnutrition experts, and the UN warn that critically low supplies of fortified milk and nutritious pastes are pushing more children into starvation. Despite some aid reaching Gaza after global outcry, distribution remains chaotic, and many are still without life-saving supplements. Israel disputes the severity of the crisis, but the numbers don't lie. Malnutrition-related deaths are spiking. Who is accountable for this escalating tragedy? 4. Political maneuvers. Former opposition leader Peter Dutton ruled out a comeback at the Liberal Nationals Convention, citing his age, 54, while his successor, Sussan Ley, vowed to reclaim Dutton's seat of Dixon and other lost seats in Queensland. Ley's ambitious plan includes a complete economic strategy for the next election. Can the coalition regain its footing in Queensland, or is this a long shot? 5. Tragedy in Perth. A woman has been charged with concealing the birth of a deceased infant after a newborn boy's body was found in a stormwater drain. The community is reeling, and police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the child's death. How can we better support vulnerable mothers to prevent such heartbreaking incidents? 6. Environmental battles. Doctors for the Environment Australia lost their legal bid to block Woodside's $19.5 billion Scarborough gas project, citing concerns over greenhouse gas emissions. The federal court upheld the project's approval, with Woodside CEO Meg O'Neill touting its economic benefits. Is this a victory for jobs and growth, or a setback for environmental sustainability? 7. Heat stress and productivity. A joint report by the WHO and WMO warns that worker productivity drops by 2 to 3% for every degree above 20 degrees Celsius, with climate change intensifying heat risks. Over 2.4 billion workers globally are exposed to excessive heat, leading to millions of occupational injuries annually. Are governments and employers doing enough to protect workers from heat stress? 8. Tech titans clash. Elon Musk sought Mark Zuckerberg's help for a $97.4 billion bid for OpenAI, but Zuckerberg declined. OpenAI is now suing Musk over his attempts to restructure the company. Is this a power play or a legitimate business dispute? And what does it mean for the future of AI innovation? 9. Economic roundtable fallout. Opposition leader Sussan Ley criticised this week's Economic Roundtable, claiming it failed to address living standards. Productivity Commission Chair Danielle Wood disagrees, citing plans for faster environmental approvals and housing reforms. Did the roundtable deliver meaningful outcomes, or was it just political theatre? 10. Defence alliances. Australia's Defence Minister Richard Marles met with his Philippine counterpart in Manila to discuss concerns over China's actions in the South China Sea. This comes amid joint military exercises involving 3,600 personnel. Is this a strategic move to counter China's growing influence, or a routine defence cooperation? Controversy comment hooks. From Gaza's hunger crisis to childcare safety and crypto regulations, today's news is ripe for debate. Which issue resonates most with you, and what solutions would you propose? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's spark a constructive conversation.